What's going on, guys? It's Justice here and welcome back to Runescape. Just to give a bit of context to this video, I tweeted out on the 8th of July, I want to get into raiding. Anyone interested in being part of a casual permanent team to go and hunt for some Achto pieces. This got around 2,300 impressions within the first couple of days, and the idea was just to just grab an idea really on how many people are interested in this sort of thing, and then think of a way to organize it. So I did end up organizing it into a Twitter group. One of my Twitch moderators, Kieran, has been an absolutely amazing help with this. He's been organizing it just amazingly. But all in all, we got a lot of replies, and the Twitter group now has around 15 to 20 people in it. We ended up setting up a Discord channel as well. Within this Discord server, we set up a raiding voice channel, a raiding text channel. We allocated roles to every single person within the raid team, and they were allocated the raid role. And the whole thing, honestly, it's really awesome, and I'm having so much fun with it. So in our very first raid, Kolpatage actually managed to get his 18th Achto piece. Yes, guys, casual raiding. It was pretty insane. But yeah, what's really good about this team is there's a real mix in terms of raid skill level and experience. And I think that's what makes it such a good laugh. Like, we're all just having a laugh together. The ones who are experienced are helping others out. The ones who aren't experienced are having the opportunity to actually get involved in this content. And in terms of the stats and stuff, you know, there's very few people who actually do raid across the community, and it's just allowing those people to do that. So one guy in particular has probably been the luckiest guy so far amongst our casual raiding team. There have been a couple of people, such as Rin, who's managed to complete his set now, 15 out of 15 items. Overall, though, there's one guy in particular who has been the luckiest amongst us all.
Like 20?
Well, he's using them to make the abilities. That's the funny thing about it. Oh, that one's actually profit. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got all the abilities.
This guy.
Let me just tweet that.
Fucking, what is that, back to back to back?
Yeah, a Beastmaster. Wow. Back to back to back Beastmaster.
Oh my good lord.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, people
Kieran
got drops.
His third codex.
Kieran just got his third codex from all the raids that we've done so far in this casual raiding team.
Yeah.
I did better.
Good luck, Kieran.
Fourth codex. Fourth codex. Oh, nothing. I can't reroll. Why can I not reroll?
Click away and then you can.
Oh, yeah,
no, but I have a token.
Click away and then you
I
can.
don't get anything again. Click away, then reloot.
Ah, there you go. Right, let's go for the drop.
Oh my god! That did not just happen.
That definitely just did.
Holy crap.
Oh my god, dude.
It's like lag bear all over again.
Lag bear, that annoyed me when it was getting everything.
Confirmed,
All
it's
right.
40 mil an hour
So,
for Kieran's rating.
How much split is that amongst the team then? Nice one, Kieran. So yeah, since I started this casual raiding team, like 70% of my Twitter feed has just been made up of Kieran's drops. So the first BM kill with the casual raid team, Kieran gets a codex. Second BM kill with the raid team, Kieran gets another codex. Scrolling up, there's Chewy. And then we move on once again to Kieran getting another codex. So that's 4 codexes in 3 raids at this point. So even if he didn't get a codex on the next one, he's averaging 1 codex in 1 raid. And that actually does happen. I don't think he gets a drop on the next one, but he's still averaging 1 in 1. But he didn't end up getting any more codexes so far. But on his 6th raid, he did manage to get an Achto Tempest boot drop, which is his first Achto drop. So in terms of starting off at raids and getting into it, I think Kieran has been the luckiest guy of us all. I mean, that's a fantastic way to start your raiding journey. So why have I decided to get back into raiding? Well, this content was always intended to have 4 bosses, and that's one of the main reasons I hadn't bothered doing it until now, in terms of consistently anyway. My plan was to wait until Raids 2 was released, which would have been around about now, if you were going or following the original PVM roadmap. The expansion would be happening around this time or later on within this year. But it's now been delayed until late 2017 due to other areas of the game taking priority, such as Telos and Shattered Worlds. And it's also down to a lack of the community actually partaking in raids, and that's why they've put it lower down on their priority list. But in my opinion, it should have been released with all 4 bosses in the first place. They should have waited until all of the bosses were ready and released it in one go. Yes, it would have been a huge shock to the community in terms of taking on 4 bosses within one motion, but at least the community, it would have given them a chance to adapt to it over time, and it would have made much more sense with the existing looting system. So yeah, technically it just doesn't feel like a raid still. It's just like fighting 2 separate bosses with no real sense of a journey through multiple complex puzzles and hordes of monsters and things like that. You just don't get that feeling whatsoever, and I've had this strong opinion pretty much since the release of raids, and I hope to see this change with the expansion in 2017. I hope it becomes more of a raid where even just adding 2 more bosses will make it feel more of a raid in itself, and will accompany itself well to the looting system where you can only loot once every 2 days. But despite all of this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it on the chin. I'm actually going to get into this now and just treat it as a fun activity to do. So I decided to set up a casual raiding team where I can just log on. It's all organized via Twitter with about 15 active people in there at the moment, and we make a team up fairly easily with a goal of having minimal delays in gearing. And it's been going great. We haven't failed a raid yet, and to be honest, it's going really smoothly, and we have a great laugh in the process, and that's what it's all about for me with raids. Now, there is a strong underlying reason that sparked an interest in raids for me again, and that is, of course, obtaining the Achto gear to make Telos at higher rages easier, as I'll be able to perk it up effectively, have more shield deeps as your DPS is increased when wielding a shield or defender with the full Achto set effect. That on top of just having greater defense all around. Currently, I use 3 primeval pieces to get a chance of defensive resets, which comes in really handy in Phase 5. A raid will efficiently take about 30 minutes. I get on average 6 mil each raid, which has kept me going actually in terms of PVM supplies. I've really benefited from this consistent loot due to not having a lot of time to play RS recently, and so the loot has really kept me going. Anyways, after carrying out the most recent raids and getting burial charms, burying them in the Goebie graveyard, on top of that doing the tasks from Trunks, and I haven't bothered doing the Nemi Forest thing where you join an FC or something and you go and do that. Just haven't bothered doing that. So overall, just from doing raids and just doing the 45 reputation a day from the tasks, I've finally now managed to get 5,000 reputation. And people might be thinking, what, 5,000 rep? But honestly, when I ask people, have you got 5k rep? The majority of people say no. And it is a grind to get that. But if you do raids consistently, you can just get it pretty much from your burial charms anyway. And honestly, for me, this was a great personal achievement. I'm just so glad I finally reached that 5k rep, because now I can actually re-roll my loot. And the idea for me, I'm going to be re-rolling my Yakimaru loot as it has an increased drop rate of Achto pieces, but people do re-roll Durzag instead if they'd like the pet. And I think the pet at the moment is around 1 in 512 drop rate, according to a recent video that Runescape have posted on their channel. Along with this, I decided to buy the normal Tempest gloves and Terrolith gloves and boots to give me double chance at looting the Achto version of these from raids. I'll be purchasing the full range of range and melee gear, the normal versions with techie when the time is right. Currently I have 51,000 techie banked. So either way, I guess I'm publishing this video just to show what I've been up to in the background. And you know, I haven't been playing a lot recently, but I'm able to get on and do these raids. I also wanted to publish this video just to show you guys that, you know, in my opinion, casual raiding is the way to go. It's a lot of fun. Just gather some mates together, and it's decent, consistent loot. But it's not for everybody, completely understand that. And overall, I'm disappointed that Raids 2 has not been released yet. And, you know, hopefully that'll change this whole content for me and other people when it is released later in 2017. But yeah, I'm having a good laugh with this. I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all in the next one.